One versus Harry Boyd. We're looking at jump in here. First bounce. Get this game underway. Flinders University Stadium, Sturt and South, both looking for their first win of the season. Doyle got it up quickly. Battersby a little kick forward. Matthews couldn't pick it up, but Snelling can. Good kick moving forward. Hone, well done. 2 attempts at it. Tried to keep his feet, just lost it in the end. Pressure on. Loose. Picked up, good handball, face marks to Hone, opening goal! The double Blues!
Gee, that's a bad error in defence for South Adelaide, just to allow them to come through. The ball was just in dispute. That is just a mental lapse in concentration. Summerton went past it. Faye Sparks just picked it up and said thanks. Hone just strolling into goal. Well, it's a brilliant first bounce and drive in their forward line, but just a couple of errors there. Someone went past the footy. The Max's tyres replay showing the pressure which Sturt have put on. Faye Sparks' effective handball just sets up Hone as he waltzes in for the first of the afternoon.
209 goals for Josh Hone, comfortably the biggest goal kicker on this field. No one, in fact, actually has hit the 100 outside of Liam Fitt beyond Joshy Hone here. So Megan's doing the ruck work up against Big Amos again, and we just see James Battersby sitting over the top there.
Of those 200 goals, Soda, how many have been the Channel 7 goal of the week as well?
He's a little star, isn't he? Premiership player as well. And no Casey Voss in this Sturt lineup with that ankle injury, so it does open the door for a couple of other boys to really get an opportunity. Here's Doyle, centre of the ground. So the Blues get another clearance. And not being able to take it there was Matthews, just not clean enough. There's Battersby, gives off. Here's a chance now. The kick coming from Carey into the pocket and taken out of bounds.
So James Matthews provides a spark at the centre bounce. He comes steaming in off the front of the centre square to try and help out around there because he's got that agility and speed, and then he works back, really pushes back hard into that attacking 50 to get another option.
Double Blues looking to get another goal from stoppage here. Megan's in front of Faye Sparks, got the tap down over the back. Quick series of hands, ends up with Collins, who goes short, quite reach its target, and Arundel, and over the boundary line she goes. Experienced campaigner Guy Page making sure of that.
Great crowd in attendance. First 300 participants in today into the Oval. Got a free glass of Serafino wine as well. If they're over the age of 18, so there's going to be some.
When you tell me, we've got
supporters out there.
The SANFL Super Match this is, so lots of activity going on. Little outside kick came from Slimming into the forward line, working overtime. There is Maxie Clifton. Big job for Max Clifton, just game number 2. He looks like he's got Josh Hone to deal with.
South haven't had an easy possession as yet. Every disposal they've had, all of their 6 have been under pressure.
Faye Sparks tapped it down. Slimming trying to get through.
Hey!
Can't quite do that. Just bulldozed that. That was a good effort by Davis. Loose. Awkward. Wilkinson in battle here. Trying to beat his opponent, but just pushing that forward and doing very well was Illman. In the end rewarded. Long kick to full forward. McFadden trying to make his way forward. Nearly got a hand to it. Faye Sparks nearly in the back. Did okay. And Schroeder, he'll get out to the outer side.
Good work by Schroeder. Steady head there under pressure.
Just his second game, Schroeder, up against McFadden and giving away a lot in height and weight in that one-on-one matchup. Followed up with some drive and run once that hit the deck.
So Arundel to Bedford, and then he's knocked it onto Shoeback. Jody Shoeback, deep in defence, decides to head up down the line. Defensive there, some pretty nice work from Meggins just to try and keep the ball alive. Kick from Bedford, couldn't get through. Suddenly another opportunity for South. Duncan, who plenty of it last week, combining as well, and suddenly got an opportunity here at half back to reset.
that 45 kick, if you can get on that angle, defensive half-back, and then go, that really sets up your whole play. But Sturt have done a good job of just slowing this play down again, though.
Bradley got it to Duncan, who comes back. Summerton wants to switch. Does that well. Douglas stops props. Just holding play up at the moment. Taking the sting out of it. Wheaton just waiting for an option to come up at him. Sturt time to set up though. Goes for a long ball. Punched away. Who's at ground level? Threw that one up almost, wasn't it? Duncan did well. Battersby, long handball. Again, switching back in play. Good tackle. That's a great tackle in there. I think I knew that was coming. And that's a terrific tackle and a reward for effort from Bradley.
Opportunity for Shuback to go forward with their hands on the back there. No, the umpire said that's all good. We just saw Kumblas was taken out of position by Howes, and you know he kicked his 3 goals. We talked about him before the game in that round 1 match. What do you reckon here, Biggles?
Well, the umpire had a pretty good vision. There. Kumblas is a strong Dow defender, doesn't normally get pushed under that easily, but this young man's confidence is sky high at the moment.
He's a big boy, Noah Howes, came through from Port Noarlunga and spent a bit of time doing some surf life saving. So he's a big, fit unit, and he's blown that one out to the right.
Cockle divers.
That's it. Geez, they've had some good players out of Port Noarlunga too.
So we have.
Great Southern Footy League with great nicknames of their clubs. Quick kick, re-entry. That's another attempt. Not paid. Fit, was it? Maybe it was touched. And in the end, the umpire said, I'll have that one. Perez just laying the tackle, but fair. I reckon he's got a fair argument that was a mark. Play goes on. He's going back in for more hard work. Umpire this time says HB.
Yeah, Tookie Mine wants to get out of there now, so Battersby, the pressure in the South Adelaide attacking 50 as far as tackling pressure is looking really good at the moment. Battersby was very good, and we saw only moments ago with Perez getting in and under 2.
So kick coming from Kumblas to Conforti, couldn't take it, and free kick's been found for South Adelaide. So here's Shuback. We've seen a bit of the ball from him so far, up to his 3rd possession. There's Sampson, sporting the pink boots too, the son of a gun. Become a really important player for South Adelaide. So he pumps the ball back into 50. Free tag pushed out of the way. And
sensational.
Yep, I said that's all right. Good body use and nice strong mark taken there by Kumblas.
Oh, that was brilliant. He had, he's so good at his rebound 50 work. Kumblas, great to see him in the state side as well against Victoria, but just sitting under that after being beating in a one-on-one, and then just stands under it with such confidence and backs himself in. A lot of defenders after being beaten would go for the fist, but because of his competitive nature and how hard he is, he backs himself in a really strong intercepting mark.
Burrows and Summerton, I saw that one to the boundary line. Megan's trying to win front position here at ground level. Sampson quickly, little give, just ran into trouble there. Maybe got a slap on the chops from Doyle, but not paid as they push and shove about that. Trying to get themselves reset. Thrown up. Megan's again did okay. Trying to push it forward. Good contest, big man. Well done. 201 centimetres trying to get down there. That's a good effort. And he'll get a stoppage on the top of the 50. South Adelaide trying to get their first goal.
Love that second effort there from Meggins as he got the hit out and then followed up at ground level and went through. Forced another stoppage.
Meggins from behind Doyle, little knock forward now. That was inventive, creative impact from Dakin, just good coming through there, the big body. Close to the line, little handball comes from Snelling. Hurried kick forward, not completed there. Fair crack at it by McFadgen. And free kick up by Corey Bowen, happy to pay that, and that's gone against Liam Knight.
Short one. Henry Carey, long ball. who's going to come back. That's good courage. Didn't quite complete the mark. Home tried to kick it off the ground. Couldn't get away with it. So Bedford will switch out. Get the Double Blues out of trouble. Oh, sorry, the Panthers out of trouble.
The tackle along this western wing for Anderson with his first disposal was a really good one. Hearing from Marty Matter in the pre-game on debut this afternoon. Gets it in there quick, so their disposal efficiency for South, whilst it is good, 82% of their kicks have hit the target. A lot of it has been in controlled sort of stop play. They're going to have to try and ramp up the speed of ball movement at some stage.
Any statistics starting to get a gap in them, Rep Biglands, at all?
The marks, that's where South, we talked about how they are hitting their targets. So it's 12-5 in favour of South, but a lot of those are in the defensive half. We know how good Sturt are with contested possession. South are matching him with that one at the moment, 12-10.
Could have been holding the ball. The umpire allowed it to go on. Schuback just trying to get the back play happening. This one goes a dangerous kick, coming forward and taking a really good mark. That was terrific stuff by Collins. They just try and get it back to Collins, and he does that and takes a good mark just near the wing outer side.
Inboard to Bradley, and he in turn wants to use the corridor. So Davis is back in the side this week, cuts across, and just holding on to possession at the moment. Clifton, not quite sure where to go, so they've really traversed straight across the half-back line. Douglas. Oh no, that's cut off by McFadden. Here's a chance now. The Blues, they've done it well. They've pressured them out of possession. Handball over the top. Here's Snelling. He's got a runner in support, and the kick comes from Conforti and missed it.
So his tackling pressure in round one was a feature. Sam Conforti this time, we see him driving with that left boot of his. Played a bit of footy in the VFL with the Bombers and Bendigo Pioneers, first year at the club.
Being told to get on with it, Schuback. Goes out of side. Maybe punch back into play. Front and centre. Nobody can get out of that one. So it'll be a ball up, just getting up the ground. Josh Teeley. Tap down. Collins working hard over the top. Goes back in for it. Ollie Davis. Comes out the back. Bedford's kick was smothered. That was a fair effort. Over the boundary line, that will go. And just have a look at the around the ground so far. You've got the Eagles, a big win over the Roosters. The Redlegs at home defeating the reigning premiers. Central District getting hold of Adelaide, and the other game just started, the Russell Ebert tribute game. West Adelaide v Port Adelaide.
That's a big clash, that one. We'll be keeping across the scores throughout the day.
How good with it be up at Wakery today, so just slurping down some citrus on the hill. Fantastic. Beautiful conditions up there.
Bit of nippies. Orange juice, you reckon, mate?
Use of the local product, or the odd red can or two as well, just to help wash that down. And here's an opportunity now for Connor McFadden. He's a long way out. Capable. Jared Dakin, in fact. So from 50, Dakin top of the square. Would actually
that's high.
Surely for McFadden and co.
He's going to pay it too.
Yeah, a little handball. Matthews gets around the corner. Doesn't get the bounce he needs though. So Double Blues peppering away. 1-2-8.
So the umpire put the whistle to the mouth here. That is, well, so the movement, if he doesn't raise his right arm to show that he is high, he gets a free kick. But I think the umpires are now looking, because there's so much discussion around players playing for the higher free kick at the moment. So as soon as they lift that arm up, Timmy, that's where the umpires aren't going to get sucked in. So
Schuback brings it back into play. Finds Wilkinson just inside defensive 50. Very careful with the ball, I've noticed, South Adelaide. This one, unfortunately, doesn't come off. Henry Carey back and back, takes the mark, intercept. Just trying to poke it, or didn't quite reach his target. Will Spain. They go back in, well done, Spain. He didn't take the footy, then kicks it off. That was fairly clever. But on the back play and just being able to clean up was Max Clifton.
He's done well, Max Clifton, over the last few minutes. We saw Home get that first goal. But just in game number 2, Max has been very good, as Schuback. who delivers the ball out to Arundel, and we've seen a fair bit of him as well. He goes centre half forward. Yeah, great kick, as you said. So here's Collins, inside 50. Really nice movement by South Adelaide.
That was very good, Arundel, as he came back inside. So he props and then plays on from that mark. And then because of his confidence to step back inside, he then has options of plenty up forward. Still had to get the ball there. It was a beautiful kick.
What's Arundel had, Biggles? We've seen a lot of him.
6 disposals so far, 5 via foot. He's taken 3 marks.
Here's an opportunity now for South to get their first on the board. 23-year-old Jacob Collins, game number 8 from 45, hangs it out right, and it never comes back.
Ran out that way, Biggles. I get hot on this. People go out to the side because they want to get the extra distance, but it's very hard to get that ball back around your body.
Yeah, if it's right on your range, you'd think when you know you can get the distance, surely, but it's just because of that new rule, being able to not stand the mark like they used to be able to defend it properly. Players instinctively think they have to get on the arc. Tom
Wheaton took a mark. He's only played the one game. Big boy, grade 18, punched away here, ground level. Sturt want to find the boundary line by Battersby. Well played.
He was juggling year 12, wasn't he, Tom Wheaton, last year at Westminster, and then he had a few injuries, and a lot of scouts were looking at him. Doesn't seem to have taken a step backwards, though. He was pretty unlucky not to get picked up, in my view, from what I saw him. Originally from Strath, I think.
Well, downface Sparks looking for a free kick there. Wasn't looking for it, probably expected it, though, given that Ollie Meggins had the arm around the shoulder. There's McFadgen. Handball over the top was good. Oh, getting himself out, in and out of trouble was Conforti. Did well. Good kick through to Matthews. He wants to get things moving quickly. Flicks off with a handball going forward now. The Blues via Dakin. Hone was the target. Comes back to little Josh now. He goes off the deck. He doesn't get the bounce he needs. So we've seen now both sides able to move the ball quickly up and down, which is a good sign for this game. We might get some free scoring.
Yeah, there was some nice speed on the ball there from the Double Blues. Hone chatting with the umpire after that one-on-one contest. A little unlucky not to get a free kick as his opponent put his back towards goal. Didn't sort of hang around after it, though. Got to his feet as quick as he could.
Duncan to bring the ball back in. And again, a conservative kick in between two of his teammates. And punched away from the kick from straight over the boundary line. And I can appreciate them trying to hold it off a Sturt, but at some stage you've got to have a little bit quicker movement to get it over that next line.
Particularly when they know this oval so well, Timmy G, you're right. Surely with the big spaces here at Noarlunga, there's a time to pull that trigger back through that 45 kick and take on the corridor.
The umpire just managed to get that up in the air enough there, and there's Fit bulldozing with the head, trying to battle his way forward. We'll get another opportunity for the umpire to reset here, just on the wing, in front of the coaches' boxes. Great setup here at Flinders University Stadium. Both coaches, great opportunities to see the game from a high position. Ball close to the line and kept in. Just trying to use the body there was Illman.
A few hard contests like that so far. Tight to the boundary line. This one will be thrown up. Pushed forward. Ground level. It's a good tackle by Anderson.
Yeah, to only be a goal down at the moment, actually a pretty good result for South Adelaide, because they've had half the amount of inside 50s compared to Sturt. The defence has been under siege, but still just 7 points down.
Slimming tried to get it up. In the end, it was a good tackle by Sampson. It's either hold the ball or hold the man. And they're saying it's holding the man. So,
well, the Jimmy Dean grandstand's filled with some parochial South Adelaide supporters today.
Definitely.
Livid with that decision.
Switch out. Come back inside Page. Again in the middle. Switch. Will Snelling. He set something up. Kumblis. He snuck down. He's now just been held up for options. Will saying, no, I'm going to put a big ball up. Let's see if he can mark it. Summerton in front of his opponent. They'll force it over the boundary line and get a throw in. So 139 plays 2 points. We've played 19 and a half minutes of this first term at Flinders University Stadium.
So we're going to get a really good look at this boundary throw in here from a stoppage point of view to see where they are setting up as the loose. The umpire is going to drop one a little short, but pretty much man on man, and then coming up defensively to try and cover that stoppage off. Is doing a great job.
Battersby with the clearance. Faye Sparks, he held on to that nicely. He's hurt himself as Summerton's rolled over the top. It's a good take for the big unit.
It's just counting how many teeth he's got there.
So there's Walter coming up to the stoppage. Battersby didn't use him, got around quickly, and this big one-on-one contest, diving in for the mark. Faye Sparks is very good at the contested marking situation.
Sort of took that one-handed with a bit of turf as well, by the look of things, but good mark. That'll do nicely for the Double Blues. As the only goal coming was in the first minute from Josh Hone. And they're just sneaking into time on now. Then Faye Sparks goes at around about half a goal a game on average across his 74 games. And that is a really, really good kick. So the Blues have got 2.
Now it's a pure weight of numbers, isn't it, now, with 11 to 5 inside forward 50s and an inexperienced back line for the Panthers. So if you get in them that often, eventually they're going to end up clunking one. It's a good matchup. Summerton as well has got some flexibility there, along with Douglas. And any stoppage play that close to goal, good forwards in front, pushing off their opponent, reading well. Max's tyres replay, just looking at the desperation from Faye Sparks and Summerton, the skipper making him earn it with a shin to the head.
Somebody getting attention there, Biggles. Little knock, is it Will Snelling?
Nasty gash there, no.
Trying to see. Now it's a South Adelaide play.
Get a bass on that, Timmy.
Yeah, back you go. She's no Tim Zucut, that's for sure. It was nasty, wasn't it? Back in the middle, Anderson working hard. Sturt got the first goal within 21 seconds. Took them 20 and a half minutes to get the next one. So South were holding it up well. They're trying to do it again there. Bedford probably get a free kick here. Does quickly looking to move it on. Trying to break the line. Short was Duncan. Just went inside. And Bradley. And that's really good defensive work by Sturt, first forcing that kick to go out wide. That means they're right on top of it. So another short one. Comes back to Bradley from whence it came. Still in the middle of the ground though, and forcing him even wider now.
You're right, Timmy. They're setting up well behind the ball, the Double Blues.
Aren't they? Arundel, he's now trying to get around Page. Gets a kick, goes into the turf, coming out and tagging it up. Amos Doyle, good mark.
Yeah, he took 3 contested marks in round 1 against Norwood. Enjoys the smaller oval today. It's great to see him work hard and sit at that kick behind the play. Also got a goal, 29 hit out, so in good form, Big Amos.
Conforti down the line and just trying to hassle him out. It was Will Spain of the contest. Little give from Conforti to the skipper, and he's got Snelling. So they're just working the ball back and forward till they can finally find a avenue inside 50. But Summerton, the skipper, good hands. Did well in front of McFadgen. Got a chance now to come around. We've seen a bit of Bedford so far. He looks good. Kick's got almost had enough on it there, but it didn't. So put Rogers under enormous pressure. Illman goes in, comes back that way. Rogers taken down by Illman. Terrific work there by the Double Blue.
Well, Illman does not give you an inch as the second effort after really worrying Rogers out of the footy. Wraps him up again.
Wiggins in front, got the tap, but it went down to a Double Blues player. Henry Carey.
SANFL super match here today too, Timmy. Amy chill out zone on the hill.
Notice a few red bags going around. Oh, trying to get a free kick here. Not paid. Collins on the bottom of that. The crowd saying, hey. The umpire saying, give it back to me. I'll sort it out. Two big fellas go at it. And gets good tap. Bedford, another stab, but it was smothered by his own player. Just coming out wide. Sampson cleverly got it up the line. Right attack by Cumblis. He's tackled and taken down by Wilkinson. And that was a fierce tackle. We'll get a centre wing throw in.
There's the other match we were talking about. It's the Russell Liebert tribute game. Good start by Port Adelaide. Got the 8-point break over Westies at Waikerie. Biggles, that one, isn't it?
It's the one, yep. And like we said before, magic conditions up there. Of course, Russell, originally from Waikerie, wasn't he, Timmy?
Loxton,
sorry.
But he worked in the Waikerie Bank, the Savings Bank of South Australia, and then played for Waikerie Footy Club that year.
Right.
So an opportunity now for South Adelaide. Just the two behind so far. And they've had opportunities going forward. That inside 50 count, 12-6 in favour of the Double Blues, as you'd expect. But South have had chances. They need to take the most of them today for sure.
That patch-up work being done on the boundary line to Dunshee.
Well, there we go. That is the first quarter here at Flinders University Stadium. The Double Blues have got a bit of breathing space. 2-3-15. Lead the Panthers just a couple of behinds.
You're right there. Truck assist second quarter about to begin. Big fellas go out. Well done, Dore. That was a good hit. Went straight down to Snelling. Snelling's kick is an awkward one. Lockie Burrows trying to win that, but Summerton did well. Head over the football then was Davis. That was good, courageous work at ground level. Comes back to Guy Page, looking for a target. Battersby, but missed that. It was well done in the end by Bradley. Gets dumped afterwards. Got a tack on the ball, Slimming. Trying to come back at it. South Adelaide's defence just holding up nicely. Sampson on the outside of his right boot. Just kicks it to space, and not sure he's going to get there first. Will Snelling. Good hands out the back door. Target's getting missed though. Sturt went at 59% that first term, which was interesting as they work hard to get this, but it's good tackling. Umpire says, give that ball to me, please.
We're going to have to look at the stoppage exit positions at the moment. We've got a player down the outer side, but the way in which they look at that centre bounce was way too easy for Doyle just to palm that back and stroll out of that centre bounce. So mainly they're going to the defensive side of stoppages. Steve Slimming down on the ground, hasn't really moved. They can see the concern on the player's face. As soon as he went down, gesturing to the interchange bench for the medical staff. So let's have a look here. Does he get...
There's one tackle here, and then the second one. It's the second one just coming in late that he didn't probably expect coming.
There's a little knee there in the back of his ribs. And that's not really what you enjoy, sitting over the top of the football.
He's a hard nut, Steve Slimming. He copped a knock in the first quarter too, just at the 50 down on the right hand side of the ground. But we know he's bloody tough, the boy from the Unley Jets. And look at him, he's up already, ready to go, shaking them off.
I can't not shake me off. He shook the football off.
Yeah.
Don't give it to me. I'm in the world of hurt. So
he's going to come off.
I think he hasn't counted all his ribs just yet. But that, at least it's good to see him up and moving and jogging, even if you can't breathe.
It's a free kick anyway. It's going to be paid to Battersby.
So the skipper coming off another wonderful season. The Double Blues got to the grand final. Again, he featured prominently in the best and fairest, as we've come to expect so often for Jimmy Battersby.
Timmy Ginnivan couldn't pick him in the state team though, which has ruffled a few feathers.
Yeah, that's an interesting choice, wasn't it? Put Casey Voss in, he was runner-up to Battersby in the best and fairest. Any reason why you opted against James?
Yeah.
Not happy with the Double Blues?
Hatred of Sturt?
I learned this from John Carl. He was in my team.
You're in my team.
Those other selectors, I tell you.
That is the correct answer. As South Adelaide worked their way through defence to Duncan.
Has Jack Cale been in a time capsule for about 10 years? He looked fantastic on the front bar the other night.
He was awesome, wasn't he?
He's in at the Pulteney gym all the time. That's why, isn't it? The college. 83 years young, and he looks $1 million, Jack. And they found the boundary line, which was always the defender's friend, according to Jack, wasn't it? The boundary line's your defender's friend. So reset here. Had no change to the score since quarter time. At the front there was Megan's. Sort of bounced off his hand. We're seeing a lot of the ball come via Battersby, and the kick was for Tearley. Acted forward. Duncan racking them up. And really nice kick too from the former West Adelaide player.
Dave's going to come back inside. 50. Contest punched away. At the back there was good play. And front and centre was Will Snelling, Guy Page. They combine up really well. Running himself in a bit of trouble there was Perez, but this is a turnover now. Bedford, can he hit a target inside 50? Good poise. Yeah, nicely delivered to Howes.
So that's the sort of pressure they're going to need to try and create a turnover. They're not allowing those easy exits for Sturt as they try to come out in their back half.
Noah Howes, just the one game, 3 goals in that debut. 18 years of age, 196. Good below the knees, as we saw on the highlight reel. He'll be kicking from about 45 metres. South Adelaide looking for their first. Have a look at his routine. Biggle, see what you like. Comes in, this one just fading to the left, I think. It is. So South Adelaide yet to get that goal. They're 3 points, 2-3 are the double blues.
Again, just going right with the ball and kicking across his body. But when you talked about so the players who have left with Bryce Gibbs, Matty Broadbent, Rose, Haynes, Sproul, Mitch O'Neill, it's incredible the turnover. Sam Ramsey off to North Adelaide and Benny Heaslip as well. They've had to fill a lot of holes.
I mean, essentially, they're all first-choice players.
Yeah.
And that is a lot of senior experience that is out of this side. So, great chance for South. The younger players like Elliot Duncan there, he had his 26th last game. He's gone to Howes. Well read there by Guy Page to Illman, and gets out of it just in time before he was just launched upon by Dunshea. But yeah, just with so much experience out, it does provide these younger guys with a chance to make their mark. But it's a lot to fill too.
A lot of games.
So Sturt are really working back to Crum inside the defensive 50 at the moment, which is a good effort. I think if South can get some Crummers to the fall of the ball, they can get a couple of shots on goal.
Davis really did well, took the heat and then got the ball out, and it goes over the boundary line. But I'll tell you what, he's only 21, Ollie Davis, and he attacks that ball really hard.
It's a work rate thing for the Crum also, Tim. As you know, Snelling's the best at. I've seen him get front and centre multiple occasions today. Already had 12 disposals in red-hot form.
He knows blokes like Will Kumblis are going to punch it hard, so he gets front and centre. Wilkinson attacked it hard. He was in front. This could be trouble. Yeah. And Anderson has tackled really well. The young man making his debut. Johnny Schuback just let that ball. He put it on the ground, which is you do have to give it back when it's in your hands. So Anderson will get a 25. Look to hit a target and on the lead and lead up. That was really nicely done. And hit Conforti, who was pretty busy in that first term.
Gee, that was a beautiful kick. Just a bullet coming in low and hard, not giving any sort of chance to the defenders to pick that one off. It's a nice back and go movement there from Sam Conforti.
Yeah, coming up for his 6th disposal. Look, he's dead in front. Have a look at his kicking action. Looks pretty good from here. Is it going to travel all the way? It does! It's a goal, his first, and it's the double blues third.
Yeah, first goal in SANFL. And Sam Conforti, the former excellent bomber in the VFL, Bendigo Pioneer, with a little rooster celebration, cock-a-doodle-doo on the nose. He's pretty happy with it. And that goal is the result of a turnover, so they're holding the ball decision in that little 25-metre penalty, which brings him within range. There's the dart from Anderson. The truck assist replay giving us beautiful vision of the kicking style which was super effective. Jonty Shoeback's little penalty wasn't a good one as he put the ball on the ground. And now look at this little weird celebration. Not sure what that one is. Maybe he's a farmer. Loves the Roosters or something.
Sort of thing my 11-year-old does to his 8-year-old sister, essentially.
On the back of it.
Clearance from Dakin, who's had really good work out of the centre of the ground. Dakin, combining with Battersby, gone 40 again, taken down. Just looking at those possession numbers, we've seen a lot of Battersby so far, Biggles.
12 disposals. Has not missed a target yet with all 12. So 9 handballs and 3 kicks, running at 100%, batting 1,000.
Yeah, doing well. There's Big Doyle wrapping those huge biceps around Collins. He won't be getting out of that.
Does not waste the footy, and they really have covered off well.
Oh.
Patrick Wilson, of course, went to West Adelaide, and flying shot on goal here.
Oh, Doyle, McFadden had an opportunity, hit his hands and then bounced out. That would have been a certain goal.
Yeah, that stoppage you're talking about with Battersby and Snelling, with Wilson going to West. His Marty Frederick went to Claremont, and Osh Wrench as well over to Victoria.
Megan's got it down, but it's a hot ball with Hone on top of it. He's wrapped up in a tackle by Clifton. It's the matchup today there. South will be looking to punch it through for a point. I reckon they keep bringing it back into play. Dangerous area. As McFadden tries to get it out. He did well. Snelling's hands were good. Was that a free kick?
Hone slipped.
He got the free kick. Just cutting across. I think Collins just got him in the chops.
He's always done that well, Hone. He almost draws that in, doesn't he? Very well.
And then looks straight away at the umpire as the contact happens. So there was a bit of a slip there. We're going to get a great look at it here on the Host Bus replay.
Yep.
So now he drops there. He actually drops. The tackle would have been legal, but because he drops to his knees, he draws the free kick.
He'll give himself whiplash if he throws his head back that quickly again.
Just, you reckon he gives the Puss in Boots eyes to the umpire?
Please.
Police got an opportunity from that free kick to get his second, and he's pulled it to the right.
You know what the footy gods do, Jimmy? They never miss a game.
Well, they never miss a game. I do like that. They've played a few as well.
Yeah.
So that's a behind. A costly miss. 3-4-22 to 3 points.
Here's Duncan again, racking them up. Got it from Shoeback, and coming through the handball heads towards Carey. Good support from Matthews, going back towards the line, and the bounce. I think he's all right. I think Jimmy Matthews has snuck it through. He has.
Out crumbed again there. I think it was either Carey got the handball received, but someone at ground level super quick to pick it up. Jimmy Matthews got a beautiful finish, hasn't he? Just had a quick look at that. Spears it in. 4 straight. 4 goals forward. No score yet for the Panthers. So a beautiful setup there. Carey on the truck assist replay as he gave out a handball in the space, and then Matthews just delivers a beautiful little ball. It was a goal kick out of round 1 against the Redlegs. Someone had missed it, had an airy, ran over top of the footy. 4 goals for Sturt. They're rampaging.
Back in the middle. That one pretty costly. Could have been stopped, I reckon. Faye Sparks going into the ruck. Went up high. Ground level. Being able to control that Dakin. This allows South Adelaide to come off half back. And Sturt, they're starting to weave their way into it now. Good handball inside Rory Ullman. The pressure's on from Snelling. Doing really well now. That might be hanging on. Coming back to Sampson. It is.
Yeah, Ullman's in some distress here. So he's either a hamstring or a severe corky. He cannot move. He's going to try and turn back on this one. Running on one leg.
Arundel to Bedford. Bedford around the corner. Just chopping that off. Walter taking the mark and should switch out of trouble.
Ullman's going to come from the ground. So I think it was a pretty nasty corky right in the middle of his quad.
Yeah, he's spot on, Biggles. He's definitely got a corky there to sort out. There's Anderson. Another nice little kick. We saw that bullet pass early. And there's Dakin. He's had plenty of the footy turn. Let's have a look at his clearances. 4 clearances along with Battersby, so they've been the most potent clearance players on the ground. Davis has had a couple for South as Blues go forward. Kick is a good one. What about the stretch and the take? That was terrific, and good hands there by Burrows.
They're honouring the lead at the moment, Sturt, aren't they? If they're seeing any sort of movement up there, they're backing themselves in. It was another dart. Look at the vision. Just to drop the eyes down, put it in the path, steaming out Lockie Burrows. Got 2 goals in round 1. Very deliberate set shot at goal. He's got some good speed on him for someone of that height.
Joe Dakin delivered it beautifully. Touched on how good his day has been so far. Along with Battersby and Snelling, essentially dominated possession, that trio. Okay, here's a chance for Burrows. Certainly well within range. And the radar is just off to the right.
Carl's jam-packed around the oval. Just ready to rip loose on their horns when South get their first goal.
It's a bit overdue. Played 14 and a half minutes second term. Schuback confused. He just comes up looking for Howes. Contest. Good tackling afterwards to follow up. I do like that. Umpire trying to sort out. Wilkinson said, out my way.
Any ball that's coming off a contested marking situation, Sturt are first to at the moment, and even this one that flips.
Matthews again, got so much pace, comes inside, has a crack at the goal! He's got another one! That's his second!
Yeah, loose ball get category. They're desperate, aren't they, Sturt? That ball that spills out the back. And the gather with speed was terrific. So for his 5th disposal, James Matthews, a couple of inside forward 50s. Got his second. The ball was spilling around for a while there, but Matthews was quick on the truck assist replay as it just comes out. So that ball that flips, and also the crumbing situation, Sturt are first to it. So they are really clean with their gather, and that's setting them up at the moment. He's playing a good game, Matthews. 5 disposals, 2 goals, working up and down the ground.
I think what excited Timmy Ginniver there was just a nice little toe poke that came from Tearley, put in the direction of Matthews. Clever. Yes, Liam Fitt just having the feet patched up. Free tag into the ruck now for South. There's double blue, small brigade doing well in clearances. This time, though, Elliot Duncan gets it. And downfield. So South Adelaide with a really decent opportunity to go forward here with Rogers. It's game number 4 for Cooper. Pops it out to Sampson. Seen a bit of it, up to 11 possessions for Sampson. Duncan leading for South with 11 on with Bedford. Into the forward line. Oh, that's well read. Just going back with some courage. Becker cut across with some really strong hands.
Had that really good finals game last year. Really impressed me. Across half back.
They just orchestrate that air assist so well, Sturt, over the years, don't they? They lock down the defenders and then allow someone to come over the top and then back themselves in the air. Becker had to complete the job, though. It was a really good mark.
Oh, Anderson, that was a courageous kick, and well done, Faye Sparks, for standing under it. This gives them the chance to open up the fat side. Over they go. Nice work. Edmonds off to Page. To half forward in a one-on-one battle there. Amos Doyle kept his feet. That was well done. Conforti on his left. Cuts back inside. Just a hand got to that. That was important. Summit quickly repels. Going high, nearly taking a screamer there. That was Dunshee. He had some work done on his head earlier. Good work. Walter coming out, looking for a target, not finding it. Who's going to get their first home? He's had one. He dribbled it, but well chopped off. Just on the last line of defence. South Adelaide, make sure it's a behind.
Here's the Dunshee hanger. Just had everything on it. And probably the height confused him in the end.
Strapping was over his eyes.
Difficult
Did
to take a
everything
mark
right.
like that, isn't it?
He looked good. Here's Arundel, who's come over from Box Hill in the VFL. Pretty good in the opening game against the Crows, and again had a good first quarter. Arundel was racking them up, so he's in the double figures as well with 10. Battersby 15, leading all comers at the moment on the ground. And Arundel again saying, well, whack me up to 11.
It's the inside 50s now, Biggles.
So 23-11 in favour of the Double Blues.
Ooh, it felt like there was a gap.
Well, there's a chance now, and they go in, and it's a great kick to free tag. Really nice vision there. I think it was Davis that found him, and the big fella who kicked 3 in round 1, he'll get another opportunity here. Good kick.
Is Freitag playing it as a ruckman here? Because he was at the last centre bounce, and I think he may have pushed forward, which is a way of trying to get him into the game. If they're struggling up forward, as key forward's not getting too many looks at it, we talked about the inside forward 50 count. Give him a run in the ruck, and then he naturally floats there.
So 3 goals in round 1 against the Crows, and has he got South's first across the face? So again, another wasted opportunity.
3-3 to 2 points this term. Double Blues leading. I want to try and switch play here. And Will Guy Page attracting that. Will Kumblis setting up. Ooh, just went really short. Not sure that was the distance. Perez has got it. He'll take off down the middle of the ground. Courageous kicks. Matthews nearly took it, but this is going to be a turnover. It might be Collins bringing it back in underneath it. Terrific mark, Wilkinson.
A sensational pair of dukes. There was all sorts of heat on that contest in the air. Great pressure and turnover through the centre of the ground. If Sturt are going to try and bite it off through the corral, it'll shut him down. Wilkinson, really strong centre mitts, highest point.
The turnover in the end. Matthews not being able to complete that mark. Allowed South Adelaide to bring it straight back into 50, and that was a good mark under pressure.
Warm up the car horns, Timmy.
Yeah, him and Wilkinson. 70 games played, 82 goals. Knows how to kick them. Approaches. I reckon he hooked that by a mile. The old commentator's curse saying, yeah, I'm confident, and now I'm not.
What an instep. Don't see that too often from him.
No, you don't.
Well, there's Illman. Good to see he's back moving well. Gives it off to Carey. Middle of the ground. Little flick over the top comes to Matthews via Dakin. He gets onto his left into attack, and good mark. Backed himself there with Schroeder. Read it well. Left his man.
Second
Terrific.
game player. This is outstanding, isn't it?
Yeah, he's got a big task as well. And you've got to love how he, again, he's backing himself in the air after some one-on-one contest. Really impressive from Schroeder, just 18 years of age.
Captained the under-18s to a flag last year, so he's got some confidence. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, well, showed it there. Terrific stuff. A good junior program, South Adelaide, producing some good kids. Illman might have run himself out of real estate, as they say, and that'll be thrown in the centre wing.
It looks to be the strategy for South at the moment to play the juniors, doesn't it? They've had such a good under-18 program here for a long period. They lose a lot to the AFL, but now going to probably blood a few more, a little bit due to injury as well as opportunity, isn't it?
The Megan's handball is intercepted. Hurry kick going forward. Free tags the target. Got two hands to it.
Wilkinson.
Coming through Wilkinson. Let's see what he can do.
got it.
Oh, wow. Oh, what a cracking goal.
The supporters are saying he can't get a drop punt from 30 metres out directly in front, but he can kick one of the goals of the year at full tilt.
Wow.
Excitement machine. Wilmus did well to get the spoil.
Just had a feeling he was going to kick that.
It just should not have gone through. It's like a volleyball where he hit it on the valve and it just sort of floated like a serve.
On the valve. Well, we've got an early contender for the Channel 7 goal of the week. Coming off hands, Wilkinson. That's just the crumbing work we're talking about. Truck assist replay. How does he get that ball to talk like that?
That was amazing. Terry Alderman couldn't swing it like that.
Have a look at the finish
Double
too.
flex. That is a sensational celebration. There was a magnet on that ball just drawing it to this southern end.
That was sensational.
He's just hit the valve and it's just floated like the old volleyball serve.
A knuckleball.
That was incredible.
Right, well, that's what it took to get them on the board. It was a cracker from Wilkinson. You'll see that on Wednesday night on 7 News.
Shank one for directly in front. He then kicked one of the goals of the week.
25 points down, but they needed that. That was the first one. It's broken the ice. Just having a look at that game at Waikerie, the Russell Ebert tribute game. Port Adelaide deepened the second term. 38 plays 17, 21-point lead. Almost Doyle got a little kick out. Schubacher's busy today. Might be done for holding the ball there. Incorrect. Disposal going to McFadgen. He just dips one into the pocket. That's Snelling, who kept running. He's worked hard today. Will Snelling, always clean with his possessions. He's had 14 of them. He's going to now try and find a better target. And it's Matthews who's kicked 2 goals. And we know that he likes them.
Had enough time to get set up defensively there. Snelling's ball use is really good. I've watched his running patterns today too, Will Snelling. Good to see him up close after coming back from the Bombers, and he will work some really good angles to get on the end of the footy, and defensively as well, working back hard to help out his back half.
So James Matthews. He's kicked 2 in this term. Can it be 3? Umpire says, how easy is that? James Matthews gets his 3rd.
Yeah, the midfielder doing some damage now for the Double Blues. Battersby 15, Snelling 15, and Dakin as well. 14 disposals. A lot of that clearance work as well. Those 3 have dominated. They've had 9 between them. Will Snelling very unselfish there. The truck assist replays, he squares it up to a better position. That's great teamwork. Rather than having a ping from the boundary, Snelling's been outstanding today with 15 disposals, but so too is that man. Matthews doing a really good job with that hybrid half forward role. 3 goals for his 7 disposals.
Meggins and Doyle at it again. Ball just flicked out. Dakin sweating over the top of Davis.
And those clearances between Battersby, Snelling and Dakin at the moment. They've had 9 clearances so far, so 9 of Sturt's 16.
Yeah, they've been good in the centre, and by just letting things going again. Sampson couldn't get it out, so big Amos Doyle sitting over the top. But 3rd time lucky. See if we can get some sort of action out there. Doyle trying to hold on to it, and well, Meggins won't let him go. And Battersby jumps in. Stacks on the mill. The umpire always, he's going to look for it, wasn't he, Timmy?
Just to clear that one. I'm with you.
You'd seen 3 ball ups. He didn't want another one. So South Adelaide. Bedford, kick just doesn't quite get to him. Oh, he just pops it out on the full. Great chance now for the veteran Guy Page, premiership star, to bring it in.
Surveys his options. Decides to go the long one down the line. Front home and made the contest. Quick kick forward though by Sampson. Oh, that was a big jump. Ground level now. He tries to pick it up. That's a bit harder for him. Long way down there. Competes against young Bradley, and they'll ball it up centre wing.
Have to sit on his opposing ruckman. Nothing better than when you know you've got your ruckman underneath and you can take a hanger on him.
Towards half forward, but again working hard there. Schroeder did well. Impressed with him today. High ball, awkward one. Underneath it, Collins. It's tackled without the football. That's a free kick. Bacon will take that. He's delivered a couple of nice balls today. Just goes for a long bomb. Competing in the pocket nearly. At the back it goes. South Adelaide desperate for the boundary line, find it. And Duncan, the man that takes that over.
Yeah, being first to that, Crum, that is the key today. When so many balls go to contest where Sturt had a look for it, and then as it comes off hands, who's working the hardest to get there and then be clean with it? Often it's been Sturt today.
So the Blues have had a big term. Faye Sparks over the top. Try and just ensure that South Adelaide don't get the chance to run it down. They don't. So big quarter by the Double Blues. 4 goals to 1. They're able to take the lead out from 13 points at quarter time to...
Lucky you're with Amy. Amy, third quarter. About to begin. 31-point deficit for the Panthers at their home deck. Try and resurrect that. Going in hard and working hard after Megan's put the ball down. We're able to get that out, clear it. See if the difference. Doyle off the ground when Snelling couldn't get it away. Wrapping up in a tackle. Trying to get free.
Tim, if you cast your mind back as well to last year, we forget how dominant Sturt were at the start of the year. I mean, they just had 4 losses in the regular season throughout the year to make the grand final, and they haven't really lost too many. So you'd expect them to be around the mark again this year for sure, no doubt about it.
Liam Fit looks like he may have gone onto the ball. South Adelaide with Sampson just switching it into the middle.
Doyle came through and...
Might be a high free kick here, I think, started.
He has. He's got his opposite number in big Ollie Meggins. And I think he tried to take the man bun off the top of his head.
At least borrow the scrunchie.
Little kick out to Wheaton. How Jack Cale go with the man bun? What do you reckon, Tim?
I'm not sure. But he did coach in the 70s. There was a lot of long hair in the 70s.
Yeah, there was. But Marty Leslie and the crew just let that flow, weren't they? They weren't holding up there with the rubber band like they're seeing nowadays. It's a good mark taken there. And Ollie Davis fires it off quickly, but the umpire's going to bring it back. And got one of the Double Blue boys just in a little bit of trouble. Now, he's had a bad day so far,
He had
Roy.
that corky earlier, didn't he?
You can see that left thigh strapped. I don't know if he's hit the same spot again, but...
Lightning.
Poor fella, you feel for him right now. He's in a bit of trouble. They've already got one bloke out in Steve Slimming, had those ribs crunched in the first half, so they don't want to lose another one. Ollie Davis. He's going to have to shoot from outside 50 on a 45-degree angle. It's probably right on his measure.
Kick.
Oh, that's a good kick. That is a really good kick. Well, not is it just on his measure, he's blown that out of the park. And great start for South in the second half.
Couldn't have nailed that any better. Flushed it. So rarely we get a game like this without any sort of breeze having effect on the ball. But he just absolutely nailed the drop of the footy there, Ollie Davis. Free kick count at the moment. South supporters always feel they're undone. Their halves are done by 10-8 in favour of Sturt. So getting low and hard on the Amy replay here. The quick kick in and Ollie Davis sitting under it. Always courageous. That's the Illman injury actually, where he's copped another corky, but Davis really flushed that kick. He was the player's player last year for South Adelaide after crossing from Adelaide in this league, and that was a beautiful kick.
Amos Doyle just stole it out of the ruck contest. Big long kick inside 50. Hold up okay. Duncan dispelling it, but it goes straight back to Doyle. Doyle comes into the pocket. Anderson has to hit it hard. Both players hit it hard. That was a really good contest by Wheaton. Comes in though at the back. Everybody just misread the ball. McFadden had a fumble trying to get it back off Conforti. That was the weird looking handball that put McFadden under the pump, and he is gone holding the ball. I don't know, it was a prior there, but Maybe the umpire wants to clear it out.
Yeah, signalling that he dragged it in.
Okay.
And just confirming those two injuries. Nye is out, injured for South Adelaide, and Slimming copped a nasty hit to the ribs. So after half time, it looks as though he is out for the remainder of this match also.
Davis works it out. Douglas, and here's a chance for Duncan. Been really impressed by his form today. As you said, he had a really good game against the Crows. He had 26 touches. He kicked a free tag.
25.
Yeah, get a little bit of real estate here from umpire Corey Bowen. So South have started the second half well. A high ball, bit of a wobbler. And safe hands there of Kumblas.
That crumb in front of the Jimmy Dean grandstand from Duncan, and then the spearing ball, that was exceptional. They need more class around the footy. South, they're down on numbers and certainly with experience. And they need him to get plenty of it. He's had 14 disposals, Duncan, so far.
Guy Page steps back inside. As the Double Blues just control the football. Becker with it. Another short one into Perez. He's looking for another short kick, I reckon. Is that wide to the boundary line? Will it? No, missed the by a mile. That's out of bounds on the full.
Sergio, that is not a good kick.
That's a turnover. Definitely. That'll be brought back into play by Arundel. Looking for and finding the safe hands of Bradley. Works the handball back. It's kicked by Duncan. Howes again. Good hands. Strong mark by the young man. Kicked 3 last week and is providing a target for the Panthers.
Didn't he hit that with some venom in the air? Full tilt as he launched at it. Sensational catch. Just had a couple of disposals today, but that was a highlight.
Was going on the left, trying to hook it around the body. A little bit of ambition there.
Kicked 3 behind, so he's had 3 shots at it, which is, you know, what you'd want.
Good hands, as you can see, didn't deviate, but the left foot snap. Interesting, maybe the old check side.
Enormous heat there from Becker as well. Trying to spoil it. Shows how good it was in the air. Becker's rebound run has been good again today, as it was in round 1, where he had 7 rebound 50s.
Walter exits the 50, and it was a big fly there, Mark. Couldn't be completed by Faye Sparks. Coming back in, little hands to Arundel, manages just to get boot the ball. Wilkinson, he missed his target. It was a little too hot for Duncan, and boundary line will win out this time. So he's still out of side. He's Buffer Wright doing his coaching from the boundary line, just at ground level. Meggins and Doyle. Stronger Doyle just at the back, flips it over. Went into the hands of Snelling, couldn't quite take it, but able to knock it forward. And Sampson's kick keeps things alive, and the mark's taken by Meggins.
Good hands. Just trying to chip it down the line, did okay. That's all right, quickly to his feet. Ollie Davis just back inside to Collins. Collins now, this is low and hard and coming out on the lead and doing it well. Free tag.
Probably with the limited supply we've seen into attack for the Panthers today, we've only seen this twice, where their big power forwards have got on the end of it. Nice lead up, the other shot at goal that free tag had was when he was in the ruck. Booming left foot kick, so it won't be a problem with the distance.
Just like that build-up that time, Biggles. I thought each target was hit by foot, and this one was a really good one. See if he can finish off. This is what they weren't able to do in the first half, was actually take these opportunities. So if he's able to convert here, they'll be within 18 points. Kicks on the way, and he has hooked that one. Took a long time on it, and ended up behind. So that margin now goes to 23 points in favour of the Double Blues.
Got good targets in Howes and free tag. They're both 6 goals between them in that round 1 match. So plenty to work with South Adelaide with that forward line. And Becker just at half back decides to come to Perez.
Well, close.
I think the feet looked out, but the ball may well have been in. So, on to Boo Perez, former Kangaroo, to Conforti and Snelling. So a whole heap of new faces combining there for the Double Blues. Just decides to calm down. He's looking for Dakin. It's nicely done there by the skipper, and Summerton kills the contest.
It's a good way to slow it down. A couple of times today, Sturt have come out with a little bit too much fluency out of their back half. So 22-16 is the rebound 50s at the moment, with South having to defend more, but now they get a chance to reset. This is where they need to be disciplined, because Doyle has been dominant with his ruck work at stoppage.
It's a high throw in, but not deep. So just allowed the ball to be awkward. Collins got hold of it, kicked it down, but Will Cumblis, ever reliable, takes the mark. Chips inside. Carey, it's a switch over. Edmonds just waiting on this. Very short, that one. Snelling again, working overtime. Just holding possession. Carey again. A lot of the same names bobbing up. Anderson now. See if this kick can get over a line. Goes out wider. Kazako Walters out there. He chips inside. They're being able to maintain possession all the way. This is Snelling again. Always being used in the chain. Looking inside 50. Runs around. Now wants to put it to a dangerous spot. Who can meet it? Goes through a lot of legs. Matthews comes out of the pack and he's going to kick it. What a magnificent goal. It's his fourth. Double Blues on fire.
Well, that was a nice snap.
Yeah, Crumbing 101, wasn't it? Brilliant. Not enough time to get organised for both sides because of how long the umpire let that play come in for the kick to the top of the square from Snelling. It was a good contest there. Spain came over the top. Or Spain, I should say, and Matthews' crumbing was just sensational. Snelling's been one of Sturt's better players, puts it to the hot spot. Good contest. Have a look at the crumb, quick as you like. And his electricity he provides, Jimmy Matthews, on the Amy Reid play. When he gets the footy, he hits it with speed. Tough to defend. Even his opponent couldn't get an arm on him. But then, more importantly, he's having a big day out with 4 goals.
4 goals out of 7. He's, kicked 4-1. So 25 points of the 48 have come off the boot of Jimmy Matthews. And he's able to kick them on the run and kick them from set shots. So he's provided the Double Blues a really good weapon up front. As South clearance this time. The free kick is going to go to the Panthers. The umpire going to call it back. So Collins will have it on the wing. He's got support from Duncan. Oh, just fires the handball over the top. Was going to get it to himself. So it'll be last possession out of bounds. Just had nowhere to go. It's almost the give. Shouldn't have really gone to him at that point, but they go inboard with the kick. Had to be a good one. The umpire's was going to pluck a free kick out. And
if it wasn't a free, made sure it was.
That was against Meggans. As Walter goes inboard. Good take there by Anderson. On debut. Will normally wear the number 8, but the jumper got ripped apart at training apparently, so he's wearing the 52 for the first time today. Wheaton, and his kick. He was really looking for Bradley. And Illman's back on.
He's a goal for punishment, he is.
He's got that left thigh. He's been smacked twice in it. He's hobbling around, but geez, he gives 100%.
He's got Corky on Corky at the moment. We've seen him carried off twice today. He's as tough as pots and pans, Illman.
Like a battering ram.
Yeah, well played. Mark Clifton played on quickly. Well done. Oh, just misread that then. Got right underneath done sheet. It's Cumblis, an awkward ball for everybody. Bedford tapped it. He might get a free kick. It's allowed to be played on. It's good news. Arundel wants to cut back inside. On his right boot, just nails it. Beautifully done. Hits Cooper Rogers.
Again, better build up, but smart play on there from Arundel. just opening up the forward 50. And just seeing on the screen there, they're going to be down another soldier there with Elliot Duncan coming from the field. He got a knee-on-knee in the centre of the oval, so Nye's already out for this match with his injury. And Rundle's ball use was just impeccable.
So Cooper Rogers, see if he can convert. Need this one desperately, but he's really hooked that. Didn't get any decent shape on the ball either, so it went through for another ugly behind. 2-7 play, 7-7, 5 goals in it. Sturt, commanding lead.
Perez, the outer wing. Doyle at the back. Couldn't hold on to it. Some of them was floating around at the front of that pack. Megan's taken down. And he's in trouble, the big fella. So that's going to go probably to Snelling, I reckon. He's been taken out of it again by Fit.
So South are really looking to use the ball via hand in this third term in particular. 19-7 if we look at third quarter in isolation. Otherwise, statistically, it's pretty even, but you just get the sense they're wasting the opportunities here, South, having gettable shots on goal.
Burrows the target. Good hands. Just called Illman in to get it in down, and then quickly, going to one-hander. Becker was good there. Here comes Hone. Can he just draft him in a magic? Oh, wow! This is the pocket. We saw Wilkinson, and Hone says, we'll have a look at mine.
I think Hone's got a bit of Vaseline in the back of his Guernsey. He was clearly wrapped up. I don't know how he escaped that tackle as he broke it. That is, how does he do it with that bend running full speed? Brilliant.
2 cracking goals from that pocket.
Turning it on for the Channel 7 game of the week.
Really good spot, just sitting right behind it here. You can see that was going in.
I was certainly looking forward to this Amy replay with Home with a bit of magic. How does he break this tackle? Somehow gets away, just drives the legs to push out of it, and then that is incredible. Now he gets that ball to talk. Brilliant goal from the little magician.
Sensational goal to Josh Hone. 2 cracking goals we've seen from that pocket. Dahl just grabbed it, took it out of the middle. Big tumble punt into the forward line. Hone again, front and centre. Trying to keep it up. Wasn't able to. Now Douglas to come in and get the ball off to the running Bedford. Now kicks to the wing, but playing in front, Rory Illman. Double Corky. Did very well there. Just delivers inboard to Perez.
There's rumours they snapped off Illman's leg at three-quarter time, half time, just put another one back on.
It's like that, isn't
just
it?
screwed it into the ball and socket joint. Keep going.
Will Snelling. Most disposals on the ground with 23. And the Blues tumble it up. Awkward. Douglas again did well. South might get themselves in some trouble here, but they did well to get it out. Collins took it in the 1-2. Ground level. Wilkinson may have been taken high. Just a little clumsy by Will Spain. Wilkinson quick to move it on. Sampson, he's run himself into some trouble. Threw out a loose handball. Wasn't great. Bacon working hard. Gets it back. Snelling. Do well. They combine 3-4 chains of handballs and coming back into the centre.
Good work by the Blues. Hone. Oh, he's coming alive now, the little fella. That check side's giving some enormous confidence. The kick didn't quite have enough on it for McFadgen, but he'll go at it again, the big unit, under all sorts of pressure, just trying to keep Schroeder honest in that situation.
Not an easy task in just game number 2 for Max Clifton as he lines up on the live wire and Josh Hone. Moments and lapse in concentration, he'll score on you. Having an impact now, Hone.
Sampson with a clearing kick. Didn't help Wilkinson with the bounce, but it was okay for Becker. Perez and Walter. Oh, just getting in the way. He stopped Teely. It was some nice work by Duncan, and Teely's kick's been cut off.
Some of them playing in front. Did well. Switches play. Arundel with a footy.
See the new scoreboard there, red arc. replacing the old famous scoreboard here. South Adelaide just electing to keep the old scoreboard behind it. They didn't want to dismantle it.
Well, they need somewhere for Clay Sampson to stand and drink his red cans when he's normally up there changing the numbers while he's watching son Hayden.
Apparently he's working on the jumping castle today on the outer side.
Rare mistake, Battersby. Able to recover, though. Get it back to Illman, who started the whole thing.
You'd be guaranteed that Clay had pulled both shoulders on that jumping castle too, the poor bugger. He'd have to have him strapped before he got onto it.
They should actually put that jumping castle out in front of the hotspot, the goal square, and just let all the players go out. How good would that be? Pack in the stands then.
Definitely something I would have needed to get off the ground.
Or helium.
Yeah. A run down, Anderson, Lake, good spoil. Front and centre, goes again, dodges one, steps inside on his left. Who can mark this? Good contest home. Front and centre, this is going to be a nice little snap. Will Spain, I think he's got it. Absolute cracking goal.
That work to get to the front of the contest has been a huge difference today for Sturt. That may be Spain's first goal. It is. SANFL footy as they get around him. So many times they've put themselves in the go-to spot as it comes off hands. Ho knew where to bring it to the front also. I think he got a fist in there. Anderson's work to get around the arc was brilliant. Anderson showing how good he's going to be at this level. Hone with the work to the front, and that is where Will Spain had set up camp. That is a terrific spot on the Amy replay as he gets his first goal in league footy. They're crowing and front and centre work, and to work off hands today has been first class for Sturt. Put themselves in some great spots.
Blues out by 40 points now. Just letting you know too, there'll be a channel change coming up at 4 o'clock in 5 minutes. So SANFL footy, you want to continue to watch the Blues and Panthers, head over to 7 Mate. There'll be a special 7 News coming in at 4 p.m. on 7. So 40 points now. There's plenty of breathing space for the Blues. Chance for another clearance. Dakin has done it. Looking for Doyle, who's stationed forward. Hone, who's really effervescent up forward. He's kicked to Burrows. Summerton able to take it, give it to Sampson, and he goes a little 1-2, gives it over the top, almost a hit and hope really. He's opened the door for the Blues. Illman on one leg high.
Good contest, ground level, Summerton under the fire of the Blues, who have really lifted in that forward 50 and making sure they're putting pressure on and tackling more inside there. Hone's definitely lifted in that work rate in this term. See that. Will Spain coming in, working hard as well. Got the last goal. Ball underneath all the players. Dakin having a good term for the double Blues. Quickly have a look at the score at Waikerie. It's the Bloods have hit the front deep into the third term by 3 points.
The battle of the Heartlets.
Yes, it is. Last time that happened, I think, was like 1960. Glyn and Foss Williams.
So when you're about 20 or 30 years of age, I'll be there.
Were you playing, Tim?
I just retired. Cheeky swans.
Horses used to go up and down the Jetty Road, pulling carts.
Duncan at half back, he worked on those horses. He was driving the carts. Summerton.
On Mad Monday after one of his 7 flags.
Had Thomas Seymour Hill in the back. Over the top to Schroeder. The under-18 premiership skipper from last year goes forward. Wilkinson under pressure. Oh, he's been pinged. He won't be happy with that. Plenty to say to the umpire. Ball inboard. Battersby. He's up to possession 20. Dakin with 21. And Snelling with 26 for the Blues. Out to Conforti, who saw kick a nice goal in the first half. It's Dakin on hands and knees trying to get his way forward. And Angus Anderson, it's been really good on debut for the double Blues, just doing the tackling.
Yeah, now up to 8 disposals. Certainly hasn't looked out of his depth.
Anderson over the top of this, trying to get it out, can't do so. Ripped out. Well done by Schuback. coming up, running up at it. Arundel, been very good. Out wide to Bedford. Bedford wants to keep it moving, just put Shoeback under the pump. He gets it back to Bedford, he leaves it behind, umpire says. Incorrect, play on. Long ball, awkward. McFadgen, did he read it better? He did. Terrific grab in the end.
We have not seen today Sturt get outmarked that I can remember inside their forward 50 yet. It's been really good. They're either bringing the ball to ground or just strong in the air like we've seen there from McFadgen. They've known where to put the ball to advantage side, and that is strong up in the air. Terrific contested mark.
So the shot on goal shouldn't be difficult. As the shot at goal, he has nailed it. Gets his first. And the Double Blues, well, they just tick it over one more to 10 goals, 666 to 2,820.
So marks of opposition at the moment, 10-5.
Just a channel change now. If you'd like to continue to watch the SANFL, sneak over to 7 Mate, and just here on Channel 7 we've got a special edition of 7 News coming up at 4 o'clock.
10 marks of the opposition to Sturt, 5 to South Adelaide.
So we're back, 7 Mate, Sturt v South. Contest just blowing out a little bit now in the Double Blues' favour as they get another re-entry into 50. Good attack. McFadgen tried to get it out to Spain, couldn't do so. McFadgen goes back in to wrap up in a tackle, and Sturt's, I reckon their forward 50 intensity has definitely lifted this team.
Battersby flicks little hands out to Snelling. Oh, Battersby not keen on having some pressure over the top of him. So the umpire will sort that out. And chance for the skipper. So Snelling will have an opportunity to give the Blues even more breathing space. He'll be out to 52 points if he can nail this. It's been a wonderful performance, clinical. Done what they need to do, Sturt, after dropping that game in round 1 a fortnight ago against Norwood. Plenty of the footy, Snelling. He's had 5 clearances to go with everything. That kick, though, is a stinker.
Smothered off the hands off Mo. Probably one of his only blemishes today as he's in the running for the Coles valued player. Very good, driving his legs out of stoppage. 10 of his 28 have been contested today.
Yeah, always a hunter of the ball. See here, he's going again. He's brought the ground though and holding the ball, the umpire said. Maybe it was the attempted pirouette through that. It's been done. Ollie Davis with the footy. Switches to Shoeback. Comes up the line. Over the back of all players. Read it better. Collins, good today. Just ground level. Duncan trying to work it out. He's been tackled. Won't be able to get out of that one. And 40 really wrapped him up, and centre wing there'll be a ball up. So it's blown out a bit this quarter. They led by 31 at half time. They're now 46 in front, the Double Blues.
Just trying to work out where to go. Snelling draws a man, then hands it off to the ruckman in Doyle. Top of the square, hands for Burrows, went straight through. Got another chance to go with the boot. No.
Must have been close. Is that Summerton who just with his outstretched finger perhaps?
I think it might have come off the South Adelaide player's boot and not Burrows. They clear this nicely. Sampson using his leg speed. Just dropping it to a teammate, Wilkinson. He's just in front of half back as he kicks. Siren sounds to end the third term Well, the Double Blues really up their intensity. They're 10-7-67, South Adelaide 2-8-20. As we approach the last quarter, it's going to be the Chemist Warehouse fourth term. See if South can get a couple of goals on the board early. In the middle, clearance absolutely imperative. It's going to be the Double Blues that get it. Just bulldozed forward. And that tackler doing well was Schroeder. He's been good back there today, along with Schuback. Had some work to do. Duncan. Oh, the young players just finding a target, just reaching, I think it did, to Duncan. Duncan comes back. Finds, well, the different spelt Duncan. Elliot Duncan. There's a Duncan and a Duncan.
And here's Arundel, who started the game off well. He's switched over from Victoria, where he's playing for Box Hill, and looks like he's doing well in this competition here. Here's Clifton, familiar name at South Adelaide. That's Max Clifton, the cousin of Marty Clifton, who used to terrorise the forwards back in the 90s, playing in defence for the Panthers. Give over from Battersby. Oh, cleaned up there was Perez just as he got rid of it. Matthews, the goal kicker. And Snelling just goes with a little lefty that didn't quite make the right contact. Here's Clifton again, and that's a nice play. Very good kick.
He's putting himself back out there, isn't he, Clifton? Tough day on the live wire home, but still buttering up. And I like the confidence of the coaching staff to just leave him there and see what he can learn off one of the best small forwards in the comp.
Just getting themselves reset. In this last quarter, Flinders University Stadium, an absolute belter of a day. People loving the atmosphere here. Perfect for spectators and players. Loose ball to Duncan. Dakin kicks long. Well done there. By some of them tried to get it to his teammate once again. Schroeder's working really hard. He might get a free kick here. Really just have loved his endeavour. His commitment to get the first to ball has been really good. He's tucked deep in that back pocket. He was really wanting to switch, but he couldn't do so. And he gets one just inside the boundary line, and Ollie Davies just takes a diving mark.
A good look at that last restart there, and the clearance work for the 3 stars for Sturt, Snelling, Battersby and Dakin. They've had 17 of the 27 clearances, those 3 players.
Tackled by Anderson. Just holding things up. Well, no ruck at all there. In fact, little handball comes out to Battersby. Came from Dakin. Oh, the stretch from home. Still got plenty of time. Can he slot through number 3? Taken right on the line.
Schroeder. Very well today. Saving that one. Combines with Oliver Davis again. Just maintaining possession. Hayden Sampson.
Ollie Davis has probably been one of South's better players today, under enormous pressure, along with Sampson.
Good overlapping run. Liam fit to get hold of it. Could be holding the ball for incorrect disposal. Good tackle. Teely. He's got player loose and face Sparks, who's just backing back, taking the mark. Next one inside 50. That's the home breaking. Just lobs it in there. At the back, good high lead, Burrows. It's McFadden at ground level, hooks around one. Can he get his second? That's a magnificent snap. What a goal, Connor McFadden turning it on here.
Too much time, there wasn't enough defensive pressure there from South. He was able to get that ball at ground level after a good contest. I have not seen them outmarked today in their front half. That has been a real feature. Bring the ball to ground and then go to work from there. Have to give enough height with a snap. That was the key, though. Faye Sparks pumps it into the hot spot. Almost to hang from Burrows. Well, he had got his hands on it, might have been on the Chemist Warehouse replay. But that is a good snap. Whilst he's just had 2 goals today, McFadden, from his 5 disposals, his contests in the air have been really good. That's been a feature of Sturt's play today. In their front half, do everything you can to bring the ball to ground and not get outmarked.
53 points. The margin right now. Faye Sparks into the ruck. And all over Meggins. The umpire said that. Play on. Clearance coming for the Blues. Battersby sends it back nicely to Perez. He's been good in his first game at this level. Former Kangaroo out towards Conforti. And a few little party tricks to maintain possession. Walter. And was looking for McFadden. He's popped his couple of goals up and certainly done his job up forward. Worked hard.
Another player who's been really good in the clinches and loves contested possession. That's been the key for Sturt. We know they've got some ball winners around there, but that ball in dispute, they love to win.
Dakin and Snelling combined to do that. Edmonds just left it behind. Rogers got hold of it. The handball up, but teammate was under the pump. High players everywhere.
Cheely's another one. He had a goal assist, I think, in the last goal. 13 of his 18 possessions in round 1 were contested, and again today, whilst he hasn't had a stack of it, Teely, just the 14 disposals, 5 of those are contested. Balls at the contest.
Sock it off the ground. The umpire, a little fall there, just tripping over his own boot there, I think. Hone trying to keep in the contest. It's been a hard one today. Arundel, very well done. How's did he claim that? He's got it. Definitely presented well for him. Gave it back to Arundel, but he had nowhere to go tight to that boundary line. He's now going to put himself in a bit of trouble. He's dodged 3 times. He comes back on his left, and Howes presents back up, who gave it to him, but umpire saying that was out on the full. So that's going to be a turnover.
Chance for the Blues again. Battersby. He's racking them right up now. He's Conforti. The inboard, and the kick's a good one. Over to find Burrows, who's presented well today. Had a couple of good grabs. Good target for the Blues. Snelling sitting on 33 at the moment. Battersby on 27. So Wills going up to his 34th possession. He's going to have a crack. Only little legs, Tim Ginniver's sort of size. Played some really good AFL footy at Essendon as well. From 48, he just sets it up into the square. And
Just touched.
almost had enough, Timmy. Almost. Just hoping it would go through.
Nearly. Good accurate kick though. Always sacrifice distance for accuracy.
Yeah, it was probably one of the biggest signings of the SANFL, wasn't it, after being cut from Essendon. Played the flag, of course, in round 1 versus Nord, had 26 possessions and 9 tackles, and again he's backed it up. Been dominant right up in the running for the Coles valued player. One of Magpie's best and fairest, I think, when he was on the power list as well.
Correct. Bedford with the ball in hand. Goes for a long ball. Howes again underneath this. Really like this kid. Big prospect. 18 years of age, short. Fit, just knocking his own players over. Bedford comes up. Went straight back into it. It's a good tackle though. Pinned one arm. He couldn't get out of that. No prize to the umpire. Zach Becker, the man laying the tackle.
But Wakery there. Port Adelaide seesawing back and forward. The Bloods have come back hard.
It's goal for goal.
Absolutely.
Lead swapped about 4 times.
A great game up there in the Riverland. Meggins comes down to Doyle. Fires out a little handball. Snelling gets one. Just missed the target. And I think that's Carey getting wrapped up by Wilkinson.
Just joined us as well, both teams down. A player Nye is out for South. Slimming got a nasty knee to the ribs for Sturt. Hasn't taken any further part in this game. And Illman's probably running on one leg as well. He's had 4 corkies.
Fit fires it off quickly to Collins. Top of the square, big fly. Not completed there by Dunshea, who've seen him in the air a bit today.
South deep in their 50. They'd like to get a score here. Here comes Fit again, bustling his way through. Rogers to back up. Spat it out. That's a nice piece of work there. I reckon Jake Arnell might have Arundel. He's finished it. Terrific kick.
Yeah, that has been he has been a shining light for South Adelaide today. One of the recruits coming over from the Box Hill Hawks this year. 23 disposals so far this afternoon. His first goal of the afternoon. Looking very comfortable at SANFL level. A moment of glory here for South Adelaide on the Chemist Warehouse replays. They keep the ball alive, and he's been a big inclusion, Jack Arundel, for South Adelaide this year. Coming across from the Box Hill Hawks, gets his first goal on the Chemist Warehouse replay. It was a good snap, wasn't it? And certainly looking comfortable at SANFL level.
Coach Buffer Wright saw him playing at the Hawks last year and thought there's a bit about this guy. And he's had 2 good games so far since he's made the move. Clearing kick going from Teely. Clearance for the Blues. Good hands going from Spain. Here's a chance for Dakin, who's had a really good day. Just pops a little cherry on top just to cancel out that Arundel goal.
Sensational today, Dakin. Spain's work there with the goal assist was good also. Dakin's going to now throw his hand up for the Coles valued player. So we cruise into junk time. He's had 27 touches, 10 ground ball gets. He's been terrific to watch around stoppage. 7 clearances. Just when you thought that the Coles valued player was done and dusted, Dakin says, hold my beer. Slides in there. He's been brilliant today with 27 disposals, 10 ground ball gets and a goal. Delivers that one with a beautiful strike. And around stoppage, his clearance work, refining target and getting first possession has been first class.
He makes special comments. Guy, his job a little harder, doesn't it? Blokes like him. Just keeps getting the footy, keeps using it well. Sturt, 54-point leaders. Oh, that's a great tackle from behind. That's the forward pressure I was talking about. That's young Will Spain, who was our rookie.
Timmy, we've touched on Snelling, Dakin, Battersby have all been good. Tom Lewis, the powerhouse, is still to come back in this side.
Big fan of Tom's. Love his work. Guy Page kicks this one deep. Jumping at the ball, McFadgen, I think he interfered with. Front on contact, will get a free kick. He's worked hard today. He's got 2 goals. Worked hard for those, and he'll be able to get this, hopefully this one, and make it a nice second half for him.
Guy Page with that effective kick, spotting up as well.
Oh, passing off in the square, that's a bit slack. And a goal, an easy goal for the Double Blues to Lockie Burrows.
Too easy.
Yeah, very clever work there from Burrows just to hide behind the goalpost.
Down you Blues.
Strap the padding around himself and no one saw him. Very, very sneaky.
How do you miss that? He's a big unit.
He was there for an eternity too.
How tall is he?
McFadgen had to give it to him.
195 centimetres. How do you hide?
Guy Page has been one of Sturt's better players today here at Noarlunga. On the Chemist Warehouse replay, we see the free kick against, with Douglas not having eyes on the footy, and then Burrows just hid behind a goalpost for about 10 minutes, chatting with the goal umpire. How do you leave a man that size in the goal square? South are just unravelling a touch here.
10-goal difference right now for the Blues. Tay Sparks doing the ruck work. I think Amos Dawes had a good day too. He's had 6 clearances as a ruckman.
Just grabbed a few, hadn't he? Just belled them out.
It's been good. Meggins gets the tap down only as far as Snelling. Carey. Walton missed his target. He was looking for the skipper. Comes into Bradley and able to give it off to Sampson. We know he's got some toe. Arundel. And his kick's a really good kick. Terrific vision by the former Fox Hill Hawk. And he's able to just pop it there to Jacob Collins.
Yeah, that's very good ball use, isn't it? 80% via foot, Arundel today. Of his 20 kicks. Predominantly using it via foot. Good spot up. Collins needs to finish the work.
So Collins, he has kicked the goal before. This is game number 3 for him, and that looks pretty good. And has it made it?
Well, it says no.
No. Gee, that was close. It was a good kick by the little fella.
Nice to have a quick decision on that, though.
It is.
Played on. Double Blues. Walter just popping it over the top. Running off the back, Zach Becker. Comes back inside. Burrows is there. Kicked the last goal. Kicks it into a open forward line. Hone. Good contest from behind. Max Clifton, who's been with him all day. Been a good battle, those two. So we'll have a throw in right forward pocket. So get set up. Just that around the grounds at Port Adelaide. 10-point lead. 18-minute mark last quarter. There's still plenty in that game.
So Doyle and Meggins heading towards time on here. It's been a big day for the Double Blues. Meggins with a little backhanded panther almost there. Couldn't quite make contact. Ball flicked out. Oh, free kick, no. Going to be okay. Bedford looked like he should have got it, and that kick is through for a behind. Little Joshy Hone. There's Marty Matner, of course, taking the Blues to a couple of flags and back at the club now. Very good coach. Strategically clever.
Trying to go to back line. This one out of bounds, shoe back. That's unfortunate. He's had a pretty good day. He's worked hard down there, the young man. Only 20 years of age. His 14th game of league football. So play on the call. Long ball towards goal. There should be punched through, or it might have travelled, did it? No, it's no score. South Adelaide, someone right on the last line did well to Bedford. Too easy in the one-on-one there, Walter.
Another mark-off opposition. They've been brilliant in that category today. They've been important ones as well. Sturt lead that one 10-7 when intercepting those kicks.
Cornwallis fires it back in, and it's just going to roll out of bounds. So South will get an exit out of the defensive 50 here.
That heartbreaking loss in the grand final, of course, finishing second. 14 wins and just 4 losses in the minor round, and 2 wins and 2 losses in the finals. We think back to 2022 as well. They finished 5th after they lost that elimination final to the Bays. So consistently good under Marty Matner, Sturt, and top 5 without question again this year. Can they take the next step?
Well, Snelling was ruthless on Shoeback there. He's inventive to not give away a free kick.
Great tackle.
Perez is going to take this from fit. Very quick with the kick, and it's good. The hands are strong from McFadden. Burrows just sneaking off too. Looks like he may have hurt a shoulder or an elbow. So not good for the Blues. Steve Slimming already out of the game. And Liam Nye was sort of done before he started with an injury as well. So McFadden has kicked 2 for the day. from his 5 kicks and make it 3 from 6.
The players that they've lost, Paddy Wilson was banged up going to Western. Marty Frederick off to Claremont. Wrench they've covered for as well in this forward line because they've got so many avenues. You've got to think that Sturt will have enough to have a tilt. Snelling's a huge inclusion. And after dropping round 1 out at the parade, Sturt are marching on to a big victory. They are back on the winners list for the first time this year, I should say. The Chemist Warehouse replay just showing the McFadgen kicking style. 8 individual goal kickers today. They've been spreading the workload really well.
Terrific goal. 66-point leaders are the Double Blues, and normally how do you at Flinders University Stadium, of course they've lost a lot of big names, South Adelaide, and Matty Broadbent being one of those. So shout out to the family. His Uncle Andy used to be just over here, giving all of his support to Matthew, and did it with absolute class, but sadly he passed away earlier this year, and big shout out to him. He was a terrific lad. Good contest at centre half forward. I reckon Matthews may have been taken high. He had an electric second term where he kicked 3 goals, and he then added another one the third term. And let's just have a look at this, just slightly over the top of the head, and umpire said that's good enough for me.
Was going to ground at the time. We've seen it a couple of times. Josh Hones, the experienced campaigner at going to ground when feeling that pressure. Regardless, he could have a fistful here, Jimmy.
Looking for a high five. Dead in front. 40 out. He's normally got a very good kicking action. And there's no doubt about it. There is 5 goals to James Matthews. Congratulations. Hold up the pill.
Yeah, smiles all round as the carnage continues. 72-point margin. Smiles for Sturt supporters. That is good contingent here have made their way down from the leafy suburbs of Unley. Amos Doyle has been terrific today in the Chemist Warehouse replay, the big ruckman, and just a high shot here as Matthews falls to the ground. Not a lot in it if you're being super critical, but he has 5 goals in the footy budget today. Jimmy Matthews, the former Crow, having a big day out.
Throw him up there with Snelling, Battersby, Dakin. We've had some big days today. As good punch from behind came from Cornwallis. Perez, Anderson, the 2 debutants combined to go forward. Hone couldn't take it. Clifton did well there.
Well done.
And he's going to get a free kick. Goes downfield. House. And little kick is good. So Liam Fitt's able to get it from Arundel. Fitt from 55, top of the square, and couldn't be taken. Coming down on it though was Wilkinson, and snaps it through second.
Mentioned it many times this afternoon about that Crum. Been outworked today. South, they get one over the back though, as Wilkinson slips in and under. Ollie Davis was involved there for South. Has been probably their best player. 24 disposals and a goal. 13 tackles for Davis. Liam Fitt pumps the ball inside forward 50. They don't really read it too well. The Chemist Warehouse replay. And Wilkinson gets it off hands for his second. Arundel has been a vital inclusion for this list down here at South Adelaide, so that's a big positive today in what's been a very dark day on the scoreboard.
got it back to a 66-point margin. Blew out the 72 in the middle. Trying to clear it again, Battersby. Henderson, very good on debut. Clay Sparks, big high kick, nearly. This just came in late. Fighting hard for it towards the boundary line. On ground level. Douglas in there. On top of him, Amos Doyle. Late in this game now, 25 played. Contest at Waikerie, 3 points in it. West Adelaide come back. They've kicked the last three to be 3 points in it. Still going as Sampson clears this one up the middle of the ground. It's a good take on the lead was Dunshank. He just miskicked that one though. Arundel had a good game. And she gets it back. Fit over the top. Good running. Arundel. Normally good vision, but this will be chopped off. And good mark in defence. They read it well. Perez this time. The man able to do it for the Double Blues defence.
Just asking for the teammates to hold up for a moment to get some control back into this. Dakin and Carey. You'll just see they'll just chip it around, work their way up. Oh, good smother. Just as Snelling was trying to get away with that. It was a terrific smother from Duncan. Rogers going back was Fit. Oh, that is a good take from Kumblas under pressure.
Brilliant grab from Kumblas in the air. It was his third time representing the state, just a resolute defender. And so many times today we talked about the marks off opposition. 13 to Sturt, just the 7 for South Adelaide.
Might have hurt himself, I reckon, Will Kumblas in that marking contest. Bit ginger.
He's a brunette, isn't he?
Wilkinson, he's had a crack at goal here. I reckon it's gone all the way. He's got his third. What a sensational kick.
Doesn't need much room, does he? How does he get that from there? So if they can just get more of that ball in there. I mean, inside forward 50s for the match, 55-24. It's a comprehensive shellacking. He got 3 of the 5. Oh, beautiful launch. Wilkinson giving it everything right on the line. Our Chemist Warehouse replay showing how Freitag just gets it through. And he's had 3 of the 5 goals this afternoon, Wilkinson.
Couple of rippers in that too. So he's at least done his job. He's worked hard. Hasn't had a lot of mates though. It's been a tough grind for South Adelaide. Inexperienced outfit. Doyle up against Meggans. Dakin. Little give there from Snelling to Dakin. Goes forward with a kick. Teely couldn't take it, and the free kick is going to go to the Panthers. So Wheaton, chance to play on though, through the hands of Arundel. Page missed his target and Carey, and he's crunched. It looks like Bedford, I reckon, that's copped that in the head. He's had some good moments today, Bedford. Showed that he's capable at this level. Just game number 5. That's over the head of Arundel. Quick to get back onto it. Goes off the deck. Out of bounds. So Double Blues will bring this one back in the depths of this final quarter. 10-goal break at the moment. As Page steers it back to Perez, who's got Kumblas, who seems to be moving a little better than he was before. Steers it over to Becker. And they've moved the ball well. Gone right around the arc. That is a really good kick. And he's off Conforti. Gets moving. Target couldn't take the mark. McFadgen with a big tackle. Some really nice movement, Tim.
Absolutely. 40, I thought, handled that really well, marked the ball. And Douglas comes steaming down on him and took the mark and just wheeled around and played on. So they work it out, kick around the corner, awkward ball. Tap down to Conforti, gets his head ripped off, and Wilkinson knows he got him high, but umpire saying, rightio, let's give 25 for the little bit of carry on afterwards. And the Russell Ebert tribute game in Waikerie has been done and won. West Adelaide, I think, kicked the last 3 goals to win the game by 4 points.
Gee, that's a great performance up there.
Another 25, so Wilkinson giving the umpire a bit of grief, I reckon, and this is going to make it almost a certain goal to Conforti, who's kicked 1 already in the second term. And he'll be lined up for his second. So in he comes. This will make it back to a 66-point margin, and he's done it. So the Double Blues just continue their way on to a very healthy victory. 16-9 plays 5-9. And we've played 31 minutes of this last term. And the Double Blues, well, they know they've got some form back in the tank. Just have a look at this replay. It's tapped down to Conforti now. He's taken high. There's no question of that. He then got absolutely pile-drived into the ground. The umpire wasn't happy with that. So he gave 25, and when they were on the way down there, he gave some more advice, which gave more metres.
2 goals for Conforti, so 6 goals to 3 in this final term. So the Blues led by 13 points at quarter time, 31 at the half as Sampson takes it out of the centre, comes down, Freitag couldn't take the mark. Hurried little kick. How is the bounce for Bradley? Not a good one. And it was 47 points at 3/4 time, and right now 65. So it's been a really consistent effort by Marty Matner's boys. Page kicks out and finds Carey.
Double Blues, they'll be pretty keen to run the clock down, and they've got the 4 defenders on the last line, probably prepared to share that around. They go back to each other just to eat this clock up. A big, long last quarter, lots of goals scored. There it is. Siren sounds to end a Double Blues victory. They're back in the winner's circle. 16-9, 105, defeating the Panthers 5-10-40. A 65-point victory and a well-deserved one. They piled on 6 goals to 3 in the last term to make it a comprehensive victory.